Welcome again to Seer of the Times. We are now continuing with part 2 of finding the river gorges that the Israelites crossed after coming out of Egypt and coming out of the desert of wandering. And we are focusing on Deuteronomy chapter 2 and starting with verse 13. And this is what it says. When we came to the Zered Gorge along the southern border of Moab, the Lord said to us, "Cross the gorge into Moab," and we did. This was 38 years after we had left Kadesh Barnea, and by the time all the men who had been in the army of Kadesh Barnea had died, just as the Lord had said that they would. The Lord kept getting rid of them until finally none of them were left. Verse 17 says, "Then the Lord said to me, Moses, now go past the town of Ar and cross Moab's northern border into Ammon." Okay, there's a town on the northern border of Moab, and it was called Ar. When you pull up the Hebrew meaning of Ar, it means desolate. Nothing there. It's just desert. Nothing there. Okay, and then it says, "But don't start a war with the Ammonites, because I gave them their land, and I won't give any of it to Israel." He gave it to the Ammonites. They were the descendants of Lot. Okay, now we're going to go on to verse 20. Well, first of all, now we're crossing into the northern border from Moab into Ammon. So pull out a GPS and go and look in the Middle East and find Moab and Ammon. Now, Moab was here and Ammon was here. So they were right straight above. And see what maps you pull up over there. Okay, so let's go on to verse 20. It says, "Before the Ammonites conquered the land that the Lord had given them, some of the Rephaim used to live there." Now, the Rephaim were the giants. Okay? Although the Ammonites called them Zamzumim. The Zamzumim were a large and powerful tribe and were tall as the Anakim. But the Lord helped the Ammonites, and they killed many of the Zamzumim and forced the rest to leave. Then the Ammonites settled there, and the Lord helped them as he had helped the Edomites, who killed many of the Horites in Seir and forced the rest to leave before settling there themselves. A group called the Avim used to live in villages as far as Gaza, but the Philistines killed them and settled in their land. Now we're going on to verse 24 as we continue the river gorges. "After we went through Ammon, the Lord told us, 'Israel, pack up your possessions, take down your tents, and cross the Arnon River Gorge.'" So now we have another river gorge that we're going to cross. The territory of the Amorite king Sihon and of Heshbon lies on the other side of the river, and I now give you this land. So attack it and take it. Attack and take it. Today I will start making all other nations afraid of you. They will tremble with fear when anyone mentions you, and they will be terrified when you show up. So it says here in verse 26, "After we had crossed the Arnon Gorge and had set up camp in Kedemoth desert." Okay, so now we know this is a desert area. Okay, "I sent messengers to King Sihon of Heshbon, telling him that his nation and ours could be at peace. I said, 'Please Let Israel go across your country. We will walk straight through without turning off the road. And you can even sell us food and water, and we will pay with silver. We need to reach the Jordan River and cross it because the Lord our God is giving us the land on the west side. The Edomites and Moabites have already let us cross their land. Please let us cross your land as well. But Sihon said, he refused to let us go across his country because the Lord made him stubborn and eager to fight us. The Lord told me, I am going to help you defeat Sihon and take his land, so attack him. We met Sihon and his army in battle at Jahaz, and the Lord our God helped us defeat them. We killed Sihon and his sons and everyone else in his army. Then we captured and destroyed every town in Sihon's kingdom, killing everyone, but keeping the livestock and everything else of value. Okay, I'm going to stop there for a second. I want to finish the rest of this, but I need to finish this in the next video. Okay, so I want you to go look at the map in the Middle East again on GPS and find not only the River Gorge that was on the southern border of Moab, but then I want you to find the River Gorge that's in Ammon. Okay? Find the River Gorges in Ammon and see if it exists. And I will see you in the next video with part 3.